Thugs don't get to sue cops. Officer Jake Warren's boot comes down on the photograph. Memorial Park. Morning joggers freeze. A woman with a stroller stops. 15 people watching.
Sir, you
Nobody
need to calm
helps.
down.
Grant Price is face
upset,
down on the
but we need to
walkway,
handle this
hands
peacefully.
zip-tied, 64
You have the
years
right to
old.
remain silent.
Warren's knee
Anything
digs
you
into his
say
spine.
can and will be
Warren
used
grinds
against
his
you in a
heel.
court of
The
law.
glass frame shatters. The
understand.
image tears. He picks up pieces and drops them onto Grant's silver hair like confetti. You hear me, old man? Warren grabs Grant's collar, jerks his head up, their faces inches apart. Papers don't change anything. Documents scatter across the grass, official seals, legal stamps, evidence Warren doesn't understand yet. Warren spits, not on the ground, on Grant's cheek. This is how the real world works. Torres shifts behind him. Her hand drops from her holster. She doesn't intervene. Grant closes his eyes. 2 years of preparation. Destroyed in 30 seconds. A phone comes up. Then another. Then 5 more. College students. Business people cutting through the park. A mom with a stroller. They all point their cameras at the scene on the Memorial Park walkway. Nobody steps forward. Nobody says stop. They just record. Warren doesn't notice. He's rifling through papers scattered around Grant's body. White sheets against green grass. Official letterhead catching morning light. Warren picks one up, squints, his face changes. Torres, look at this. Officer Torres reads over his shoulder. Her hand drops from her holster. The paper says Price v. City Police Department. Below that, Federal Civil Rights Action. Below that, United States District Court seal. Warren's jaw tightens. He was actually going to... A patrol car screeches up. Door flies open. Officer Trent Hobbs steps out, 34 years old, 8 years on the force. He walks toward the scene with confidence, someone who's done this 100 times. Then he sees the papers. His eyes land on one page, the defendant list. His name is third. Hobbs stops walking, his face drains white, his body cam, red light blinking, captures the exact moment recognition hits. Warren looks up. Hobbs, you know this guy? Hobbs opens his mouth, closes it. His eyes dart from paper to Grant's face, back to the paper. His hands shake. Hobbs swallows. Do you know him or not? No, too fast, too sharp. Never seen him. But his voice cracks, and his body cam keeps recording. Across the street, inside a sedan with tinted windows, Roy Drake sits with his phone aimed at the scene. 52 years old, former detective. He quit 2 years ago over something most people don't know about. He's been waiting for this morning. Waiting for Grant to make his move. Waiting to document what happens when someone seeks justice from the people who destroyed him. Roy's finger hovers over one name. Eve Reed. His thumb presses send. The video uploads. 3 minutes, 40 seconds, every angle, every word, every frame of Hobbs's face when he saw that defendant list. Across town, journalist Eve Reed's phone buzzes. She opens the message, watches the video once, then again. Her fingers fly across her keyboard. The story she's been holding for 2 months, the one scheduled to publish at 3 this afternoon, just became breaking news. She hits publish now, 15 minutes earlier. Grant Price stands in his kitchen. Small house, working-class neighborhood, the kind of place where people know each other's names and wave from their porches. He picks up the manila envelope from the counter. 320 pages inside. Every page represents a day of work, a night he couldn't sleep, a moment he had to stop because the grief became too heavy. 2 years of his life in one envelope. He touches his left hand. The wedding ring is still there. Claire's been gone a year now. Heart attack, the doctor said, but Grant knows the truth. You can die from a broken heart. He watched it happen. Watched his wife fade after they buried their son. He closes his eyes, whispers 4 words. For Ian, for Claire. The walk to the police station is exactly 1.3 miles. Grant measured it, planned it. He leaves at 8:45, arrives at 9:30. Filing office opens at 10. Plenty of time. He doesn't drive because he wants to feel every step. Wants to remember this morning for the rest of his life. The morning he finally did something. The morning he stopped being a victim and became a fighter. Underscore, 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 underscore. 3 blocks away, Judith Brennan stands at her kitchen window. White woman. 58 years old. She's lived in this neighborhood for 30 years and hates what it's become. Too many of them, she thinks. Moving in, changing things. She watches Grant walk past her house. Tall black man, gray hair, walking with purpose, carrying something. She picks up her phone, dials 911. The operator answers. 911, what's your emergency? There's a suspicious man walking through the neighborhood. Judith keeps her voice calm, concerned citizen. He's black, older, but he's got this look, aggressive, like he's looking for something. Ma'am, is he threatening anyone? He's carrying something. Could be a weapon. I don't know. He just looks wrong. Judith watches Grant turn the corner. He's heading toward the park, toward where all the kids play in the morning. At the dispatch center, Nina Blake types the information into her system. African-American woman, 42 years old. 15 years on this job. She's heard this kind of call before, many times, too many times. Ma'am, what's the subject doing right now? Walking, but fast, like he's got somewhere to be, somewhere he shouldn't be. Nina flags the call, but she adds a note in the system. Caller has history, 15 previous calls, pattern of exaggeration. She dispatches the call anyway, has to policy. Unit 12, respond to Memorial Park. Report of suspicious person, approach with caution. Caller states subject may be armed. Nina pauses, then adds, be advised, caller has made similar reports in the past. The warning goes out, most officers would hear it, would adjust their approach. Officer Jake Warren doesn't care about warnings. Underscore, 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 underscore. Warren and Torres are 2 blocks from the park when the call comes through. We got this one, Warren says before Torres can even reach for the radio. He loves these calls. Suspicious person. Could be anything. Could be nothing. Could be his chance to do some real police work. Torres drives. She's quieter. 31 years old, 6 years on the force. She became a cop to help people. Some days she wonders if she's doing that. Most days, she knows she isn't. They pull into the park. Warren spots Grant immediately. Older black man, gray hair, button-up shirt, slacks, carrying a manila envelope like he's going to a business meeting. That's him, Warren says. Torres looks. He's just walking. Dispatch said suspicious. Dispatch also said the caller has a history. Warren's already opening his door. Let's check him out. They approach on foot, hands near their holsters. Warren in front, Torres 3 steps behind. Grant sees them coming. He stops, doesn't run, doesn't panic. Just stops and waits. That's what innocent people do, Torres thinks. Guilty people run. Warren doesn't think that way. Sir, stop right there! Warren's voice carries across the park. Joggers turn their heads. The morning crowd starts to notice. Grant stops. He was already stopped, but he makes it clear. Hands visible. Envelope in his right hand, left hand open at his side. Good morning, officers. Grant's voice is calm, measured, the voice of someone who's been in command. Is there a problem? We got a call about a suspicious person. Warren steps closer. What are you doing here? Walking to the police station. I have documents to file. Documents? Warren's eyes narrow. What kind of documents? Legal documents. I'm exercising my right to petition the court. Torres watches Grant's body language. No tension, no aggression, just an older man trying to explain himself. Warren sees something different. I need to see some ID. Of course. Grant shifts the envelope to his left hand. My wallet is in my back right pocket. I'm going to reach for it slowly. Keep your hands where I can see them. I am. I'm just reaching for... I said hands. Grant freezes, his hand halfway to his pocket. His eyes lock on Warren's face. Torres steps forward. Jake, he's complying. He's just getting his... Back off, Torres! Warren's hand moves to his gun, not drawing, just touching. Sir, I need you to get on the ground now. Officer, I'm a retired... On the ground. The envelope slips from Grant's hand. Papers start to slide out. Official documents, court seals, things that matter. Grant starts to lower himself. Knees first, trying to comply, trying not to escalate. Warren doesn't wait for him to finish. The tackle comes from the side. Warren's shoulder drives into Grant's ribs. They both go down. Grant's face hits the concrete walkway. The envelope explodes. 320 pages scatter across grass and pavement. Torres doesn't move. Doesn't help. She just stands there watching as Warren wrenches Grant's arms behind his back. The zip ties come out. Warren pulls them tight, too tight. Grant's wrists turn red immediately. "You don't move unless I tell you to move. You understand?" Grant doesn't answer. His cheek is pressed against concrete. Blood runs from his split lip. Warren's knee presses into Grant's spine. "I asked you a question." "I understand." Torres looks at the papers scattered everywhere. One lands near her feet. She sees the header, United States District Court. She looks at Grant, then at Warren. Her body cam is recording everything. She doesn't turn it off, but she doesn't stop Warren either. Grant's wallet lies 3 feet away. It fell during the tackle. The leather is worn, old. It flipped open when it hit the ground. Inside, visible to anyone who looks, is a military ID card. 4 stars gleam in the morning sun. Torres sees it. Her hand drops from her holster. "Jake." Warren still pressing his knee into Grant's back. "What?" Torres points at the wallet. Warren looks, sees the ID, sees the stars. His face doesn't change. "So what? IDs can be fake. Anyone can print this stuff." He grinds his knee harder. Warren's hands move fast, searching pockets, pulling out everything: wallet, reading glasses, keys, a small photograph, laminated, edges worn from being touched. Warren holds up the wallet, flips it open. Military ID, Pentagon access card, driver's license. These could be fake. Warren tosses the wallet aside. Torres picks it up, studies the military ID. The hologram shifts in the light. Official seal, security features. "Jake, this looks real." "Everything looks real until you check it." Warren picks up the photograph. Army dress uniform. A young man smiling. Captain's bars on his shoulders. "Who's this? Your boyfriend?" Grant's breathing changes. First crack in his composure. Warren drops the photo. It lands face up next to Grant's head. A third patrol car pulls up. Sergeant Luis Vega steps out. 45 years old. 20 years on the force. Iraq veteran, 2 tours. Vega takes in the scene. Elderly black man face down. Papers everywhere. "What do we have?" Warren stands. "Suspicious person. Possible weapon. Subject refused to comply." Vega looks around. No weapon visible. Just papers and an old man in zip ties. "Where's the weapon?" "He reached for something." Torres speaks quietly. "His wallet." Vega picks up the photograph near Grant's head. Studies it. "Who's this?" Grant's eyes don't leave the photo. "My son." "He military?" "Army Ranger, combat medic, 3 tours." "Where is he now?" Grant's voice stays steady, but something breaks underneath. "Dead. 2 years ago. This department killed him." The words hang. Vega looks at Torres, at Warren, back at Grant. "What's your name, sir?" "Grant Price, Major General, retired." Another patrol car screeches up. Door opens fast. Trent Hobbs steps out. He walks toward them with confidence. Just another call. Then he sees the papers. His eyes catch white sheets with official letterhead. Court seals, 1 page face up, clear, defendant list. His name is there, 3rd from the top. Hobbs stops walking. His face drains white. His body cam, red light blinking, captures everything. The exact moment his eyes find that page, the exact moment his hands start shaking, Torres notices. "Hobbs, you okay?" Hobbs looks at Grant's face. Recognition floods him. He knows that face, older version of a face he's seen before, in photographs, in nightmares. "Hobbs?" Vega's voice sharp. "You know this man?" The lie comes out rough. "No," he swallows. Never seen him before. But his voice cracks. His hands shake. His body cam records it all. Grant turns his head, looks directly at Hobbs. Their eyes meet for the first time in 2 years. Officer Hobbs. Grant's voice quiet, steady. "You remember my son, don't you?" Hobbs steps back. His hand moves to his radio, his gun, anything. "I don't know what you're talking about." "Ian Price. Captain Ian Price. You shot him 5 times, 2 years ago, in this park, while he was jogging." Torres's head snaps toward Hobbs. Vega's expression hardens. Warren looks between them. "What's he talking about?" Hobbs's radio slips from his hand, hits the ground with a crack. "That was..." Hobbs's voice barely works. "That was justified. He was unarmed." Grant's voice cuts through. "Holding a cell phone, wearing earbuds. He never heard your commands. He refused. He was listening to music." The crowd has grown. 20 people now. Phones up, recording. Vega keys his radio. "Dispatch, run an ID check on Grant Price, military database." Static. Then Nina Blake's voice. "Stand by." 10 seconds of silence. Nina's voice returns, tight, professional. Confirmed, Major General Grant Price, retired, 4 stars. Active security clearance, Pentagon access. A pause. Sergeant Vega, he filed multiple information requests 2 years ago about an officer-involved shooting, victim name Ian Price. Vega closes his eyes. Warren looks at the papers scattered around them, at Grant's face pressed to concrete, at Hobbs backing away. Cut him loose, Vega says. Warren doesn't move. We have probable... I said cut him loose, now. Torres pulls out a knife, cuts the zip ties. Grant's wrists are red, indented where the plastic bit into skin. Vega helps Grant sit up. Sir, I apologize. Grant doesn't respond. His eyes stay on Hobbs. Hobbs stands frozen. His body cam still recording. His face still on camera. Guilt written across it like a confession. His phone rings. He doesn't answer. Around them, bystanders keep filming. Every angle. Every word. One woman uploads her video to social media. Caption, they just assaulted a general. Within 5 minutes, the video has 800 views. Within 10, 8,000. The number keeps climbing. Grant sits on the curb, zip ties off, wrists red and swelling. He doesn't rub them, just sits with military posture and waits. Vega stands nearby, arms crossed, watching Hobbs, who's moved to the edge like he's trying to disappear. Warren paces. He doesn't like this. Doesn't like that Vega cut the general loose. Doesn't like the crowd with their phones. We should bring him in, Warren says. Question him at the station. On what charge? Vega's voice flat. Resisting arrest. He didn't resist. He reached for something when I told him to stop. His wallet. Torres speaks without looking at Warren. She's on her knees collecting scattered papers, reading as she goes. Warren's jaw tightens. Whose side are you on? She doesn't answer, just keeps gathering pages. Grant watches her work. She's careful, organizing them, not crumpling. She reads a fragment. Her expression changes. The paper says, pattern of excessive force, 12 incidents in 5 years, all victims African American or Latino, 0 disciplinary actions. Torres looks up, meets Grant's eyes. Something passes between them. Warren notices. Torres, leave that. It's evidence. Evidence of what? Vega asks. He was filing a lawsuit. That's not a crime. We don't know his intentions. His intentions? Vega gestures at the papers. Federal court documents. Everything's legal. Warren's face reddens. You're taking his side over your own? I'm looking at facts. The radio crackles. Nina Blake's voice comes through. All units. Additional information on Grant Price. Vega keys his mic. Go ahead. His wife Claire died 1 year ago. Natural causes. One son, Ian Price, deceased. Officer involved shooting this jurisdiction 2 years ago. Nina pauses. That case was investigated and closed. Shooting ruled justified. Longer pause. But General Price has been filing Freedom of Information requests for 23 months. Body cam footage, radio transcripts, witness statements. Everything we have. Vega looks at Grant. 2 years of planning? Grant nods. Every document, every witness statement, every lie your department told about my son. Hobbs makes a sound. Between a cough and a gasp, Warren turns on him. What's your problem? Nothing. Hobbs won't meet his eyes. You look sick. I'm fine. But he's not. Hands shaking, face pale, body cam recording everything, his panic, his lies, his guilt. Torres stands. She's collected maybe 40 pages. She walks to Grant, hands them over. Sir, these are yours. Warren steps forward. Torres, what are you... Returning his property. She looks at Warren, direct, challenging. Serve and protect, right? The words land like a slap. Grant takes the papers. Thank you, Officer Torres. She nods, then pulls out her phone. Takes photos of several pages. Her personal phone. Warren sees it. What are you doing? My job. Your job is backing up fellow officers. My job is upholding the law. Torres's voice calm, steel underneath. That's what I swore. The crowd has grown. Maybe 30 people, some recording, some watching. An elderly white woman steps forward. Why are you treating him like this? He's an old man. He wasn't doing anything. Warren rounds on her. Ma'am, step back. I will not. I saw everything. You attacked him. He was just walking. Step back or I'll cite you for obstruction. A young black man speaks up. We all saw it. You jumped him for no reason. Other voices join, agreeing, supporting, the crowd united, witnessing, refusing silence. Warren reaches for his radio. We need crowd control. Vega grabs Warren's shoulder. Stand down. They're interfering. They're exercising rights. They're not interfering. Vega keys his radio. Dispatch, cancel that request. Warren jerks away. You're making a mistake. Maybe, but it's mine. Hobbs pulls out his phone. Text from unknown number. You're going viral. Check Twitter. He opens the app. Videos flood his feed. Same scene. 8 angles. Thousands of comments. Cop assaults elderly veteran. This is disgusting. Someone ID these officers. Hobbs drops the phone. Screen cracks. Torres picks it up, hands it back. You okay? Yeah. You don't look okay. I'm fine. That's Ian Price's father, isn't it? The one you shot. Hobbs doesn't answer. It is. Torres's voice drops. I remember that case. Academy used it as an example. Showed us the official report. Then you know it was justified. I know what the report said. Torres looks at Grant. Reports can say anything. She walks away. Grant gathers the papers Torres returned, some torn, some with boot prints, but readable, usable. He organizes them carefully. Military precision, everything in order. Vega approaches. Where were you headed? Police station. Federal Courthouse branch office. Opens at 10. Vega checks his watch. 9:48. I still have time. You're bleeding. Might want to clean up. Grant touches his lip. Fingers come away red. I've bled before. I'll file first. Vega nods, respect in his expression. Need an escort? No, thank you. For what it's worth, I'm sorry about your son. Grant looks at him, really looks, sees real regret. Were you involved in the investigation? No, on leave when it happened. Case was closed when I returned. Did you read the file? Vega hesitates, nods. Did it seem right to you? Another hesitation. No, it didn't. But you didn't say anything. No. Vega's voice heavy. That's on me. Grant stands. Knees protest, wrists throb, but he stands straight, military bearing. You can fix that, starting today. He picks up his envelope. Maybe a third of pages recovered. Rest scattered, lost. 2 years of work damaged, but not destroyed. Grant starts walking, same direction as before, toward the station. The crowd parts. Someone claps, others join. Not everyone, but enough. Behind him, Warren mutters. This isn't over. Torres hears. Jake, let it go. Let it go. He made us look like idiots. We made ourselves look like idiots. He was just walking. Warren's face reddens. You're done. I'm writing you up. For what? Insubordination. Failure to support fellow officers. Torres steps closer, eye to eye. Do it. Put it in writing. I'll attach the body cam footage. Let's see who comes out better. Warren walks to his patrol car. Torres pulls out her phone, scrolls through photos of lawsuit pages, evidence, documentation, insurance. Her career might be over after today, but her conscience will be clean. Across the street, Roy Drake starts his engine. He's got everything, every angle, every word, every moment of Hobbs's panic. He texts Eve Reed. More footage coming. A response immediate. Send everything. Story goes live in 8 minutes. Roy pulls into traffic, follows Grant at a distance. Protection. Documentation. Witness. The promise he made 2 years ago when he quit over Ian's death. Today, he keeps that promise. Chief Diane Cole's phone rings, 3 miles from the park. Tell me you didn't just arrest a 4-star general. The mayor's voice sharp, angry. Tell me you didn't assault him while he's filing a federal lawsuit. Cole's stomach drops. How do you... Twitter. 8 videos, 12,000 views in 10 minutes. The mayor breathing hard. Fix this, now. The line goes dead. Cole calls her city attorney. Max Stone answers immediately. I'm watching the videos, Stone says. This is bad, Diane. Pentagon gets involved bad. DOJ investigation bad. Career-ending bad. I'm 2 minutes out. Do not let him talk to media. Do not let anyone see those lawsuit papers. Make this disappear. Cole hangs up. Her hands grip the wheel. Knuckles white. Across town, journalist Eve Reed watches Roy Drake's video for the 3rd time. She's seen the other angles, the bystander footage, the phone videos, but Roy's is different. Professional. He captured everything. The tackle, the boot, Warren's face, Torres' hesitation, Hobbs' panic. Especially Hobbs' panic. Eve's story has been ready for 2 months, scheduled for 3 this afternoon, carefully timed, carefully sourced. But this changes everything, she calls her editor. Eve, it's not even 10. We're publishing now, the Price story, all of it. What, we agreed on 3. He just got assaulted. Filing his lawsuit on video, multiple angles. Eve's fingers flying across keyboard. If we wait, someone else breaks it first. Silence. Then, how fast? 10 minutes. You have 8. Eve opens her article, the one she's refined for 8 weeks. Interviews, documents from Ian's shooting, the cover-up, the lies. She adds a new opening. About this morning. About Grant on the ground. About justice delayed. 6 more minutes. Officer Kate Miles sits in her patrol car 4 blocks away, listening to radio traffic for 20 minutes. Heard everything. The stop, the tackle, Hobbs arriving. She was there 2 years ago, when Ian died. She saw what happened, saw Hobbs fire without warning, saw Ian fall, saw the cell phone. She was ordered to remember correctly, back up Hobbs' story or face consequences. She wrote the lie, signed it, carried that weight for 2 years. Kate reaches into her glove box, pulls out a USB drive, small, black. On it, her real testimony, recorded 8 months ago with Grant Price. Everything she saw, everything she was ordered to lie about. She was going to wait, let lawyers handle it, stay anonymous, but hearing Grant's name on the radio, hearing him face down, hearing Hobbs lie again, Kate can't wait. She starts her engine, heads toward Memorial Park. The USB drive sits on her passenger seat. 2 years of silence. Today, that ends. In Washington, D.C., at the Department of Defense, a junior officer notices an alert. Grant Price, detained by local law enforcement. He checks the file. Major General, retired, 4 stars, active security clearance. Protocol is clear. Any detention of high-ranking officers triggers notification. He picks up his phone, calls the Secretary of Defense's office. The machinery begins to move, slowly at first, then faster. Chief Diane Cole's SUV screeches into the park. She steps out, takes in the scene. Crowd of 30, phones out. Grant Price on the curb, blood on his face, papers scattered. Cole walks to Vega. Brief me. Vega does. The 911 call. The stop, the tackle, the ID, Grant's son, the lawsuit. Cole's jaw tightens. She turns to Grant. General Price, I'm Chief Cole. I apologize for what happened. Grant looks at her. Doesn't stand. This is exactly how you operate. My son learned that 2 years ago. Sir, come to the station. We'll sort this out. Am I under arrest? No, but we need to... Then I'll file my lawsuit first. General, please, come inside. We'll talk. Cole's voice measured. File your paperwork after... Grant studies her, sees the calculation. Will Officer Hobbs be there, since he killed my son? The crowd goes silent. Cole's expression hardens. That case was investigated. The shooting was justified. By your department, investigating itself. Grant stands slowly. 2 years building a federal case. I have evidence, witnesses, documents. Grant picks up his envelope. And video of your officers assaulting me. Cole's phone buzzes. Text from Mayor. Handle this. General, come inside voluntarily. On what grounds? We need a statement. My statement is on body cameras, 4 angles. Max Stone arrives, city attorney, expensive suit. Chief, a word. They step aside. Contain this, Stone says. Get him inside. He won't come. Make him. On what charge? He's a general who got assaulted. Stone runs his hand through hair. What's in the lawsuit? Civil rights violations, wrongful death, conspiracy. Cole's voice tight. How bad is the evidence? Haven't seen it. Get those papers. Cole walks back. General Price, come with me. Am I under arrest? This is a lawful order. Based on what? I'm the victim. Stone steps forward. Sir, I'm Max Stone, city attorney. We just want to talk. Your officers tackled me, zip-tied me, all on video. Videos can be misleading. My side is in federal court, 320 pages. Stone's eyes flick to the papers. If you're alleging misconduct, attorney work product, privileged. Grant looks at Cole. Am I free to go? Cole's phone rings. 703 area code, Virginia, Pentagon. She answers. Chief Cole, Lieutenant Colonel Sarah Wells, Pentagon Security. We received notification Grant Price was detained. Confirm his status. Cole's face drains. He's released. Was he injured? Cole looks at Grant's split lip, scraped cheek, swollen wrists. Minor injuries. General Price holds active clearance. Any assault is federal concern. Are body cameras operational? Yes. Preserve all footage. DOD will request copies. Is General Price safe to leave? He was never in our custody. That's not what videos show. Ice cold. We'll be in touch. The line goes dead. Cole stares at her phone. Stone steps closer. Chief, shut up. Grant adjusts his envelope. Everything in order. Am I free to go? Cole nods. Grant turns, walks away. Toward the station. The crowd parts. Some applaud. Warren stands by his car, face red, fists clenched. Torres watches Grant walk, her hand on the phone in her pocket. Photos of lawsuit pages. Hobbs leans against his car, head down, body cam recording. Vega approaches Cole. "What do you need?" Cole watches Grant's back. Straight, proud, unbroken. "A miracle! We just assaulted a 4-star general on camera, and the Pentagon knows." Stone's phone buzzes. He looks, goes pale. "Story just dropped. Eve Reed." He holds up his phone. Trending. The headline reads, "General's son killed by police. 2 years later, they assaulted the father filing lawsuit." Below it, Roy Drake's video. Every moment, every word. Views climbing, thousands, tens of thousands. Around them, officers pull out their phones, check social media. Their faces go pale, one by one. The video is everywhere. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Their names are being posted, their faces identified. Warren sees his name in comments. Hundreds calling for his badge. Torres sees it too, but her comments are different. The female officer tried to stop it. She returned his papers. She has a conscience. Hobbs sees his name. Sees comments connecting him to Ian Price's shooting 2 years ago. Sees people digging up old articles, old reports. Sees his past catching up. Stone grabs Cole's arm. "We need to get ahead of this. Press conference, apology, suspension pending investigation." Suspension of who? Warren, maybe Hobbs. Show we're taking action. And if that's not enough? Stone doesn't answer. Because they both know the truth. Nothing will be enough. The damage is done. Cole watches Grant disappear around a corner, still walking, still heading to that courthouse, still going to file his lawsuit. And now he has even more evidence than when he started. Grant walks 3 blocks before he stops, legs shaking, adrenaline wearing off. He sits on a public bench, outside police jurisdiction, safe. He opens the envelope, counts pages, 120 left, out of 320, 2/3 lost, scattered, trampled, gone. But the core documents survived, evidence summaries, witness list, legal arguments, everything he needs. Grant checks his watch, 10:48. Filing office opens at 11, 12 minutes. He touches his lip, still bleeding. His wrists throb, his ribs ache from the tackle. 64 years old, 4 stars. This morning he was face down on concrete like a criminal, but he's still here, still fighting. Someone sits next to him. Grant looks up. Eve Reed, journalist. He recognizes her from phone interviews. "General Price, I'm publishing now, not at 3. Grant nods. "Good. I added this morning, the assault, the videos." She pauses. "It's viral. 50,000 shares in 20 minutes. How many saw it? 500,000 by now, maybe more by noon." Grant closes his eyes. 500,000 witnesses. "The story includes everything," Eve continues. "Ian's shooting, the cover-up, the texts, the pattern." She hesitates. People are angry. Good. Some want protests. They want the officers arrested. I want accountability. Through the system. The legal way. Eve nods, studies his face. "Are you okay?" "After I file." Grant's phone buzzes. Text from Roy Drake. "Kate Miles coming. She has Ian's audio. Real recording. FBI authenticated. Bringing it to you." Grant stares at the message. Ian's audio. The fitness tracker. Proof that Hobbs lied. He's had the recording for 6 months. Kept it secret. Saved for court. Now Kate brings her testimony. Inside witness. Saw everything. Ordered to lie. The pieces falling into place. Grant looks at Eve. "How long until your story peaks? Another hour? Maybe 2? Perfect." Grant stands. Knees protest but hold. "In 1 hour I'll have filed. The real fight begins." He walks toward the courthouse. The crowd from the park follows at a distance. Not threatening, just present. Witnessing. Phones still out, still recording. Grant isn't alone anymore. Ahead, Kate Miles's patrol car pulls to the curb. She steps out. USB drive in her hand. Roy Drake parks across the street. Camera ready. Eve Reed walks beside Grant. Notebook open. They converge, all of them, moving toward the same goal. Justice. Kate Miles reaches Grant first. Full uniform, badge gleaming, hands shaking as she holds out the USB drive. "General Price, I'm Officer Kate Miles. I was there 2 years ago, when your son died." Grant takes the drive, small, black, weighs nothing, contains everything. "I saw what really happened. I was ordered to lie in my statement, told I'd lose my job if I testified truthfully." Tears stream down her face. "I'm sorry. I should have spoken up then. I'm speaking up now." Grant closes his fist around the drive. "Thank you." Roy Drake approaches, former detective, camera in hand. I've got everything from this morning, every angle, every lie. Eve Reed steps closer. My article is live, 200,000 shares, networks are picking it up. The crowd has grown, 60 people, forming a circle around Grant, protecting, witnessing. Grant looks at them. Kate, Roy, Eve, the people who refuse silence. Let's show them everything, right here, right now. Roy pulls out a laptop, sets it on the bench, screen glowing. Kate plugs in her USB drive. Files populate. Audio, video, documents. The crowd presses closer. Phones out, recording. Grant clicks the first file. Audio waveform fills the screen. This is from Ian's fitness tracker. He wore it jogging. It recorded audio. FBI authenticated it 6 months ago. He presses play. Running feet, steady rhythm. Someone breathing, healthy, alive. Music playing faintly. Earbuds bleeding sound. Ian's voice humming along, then confusion in his breathing. Rhythm breaking. Ian's voice, clear, confused. What? I can't hear you! A pause, 1 second, maybe 2, then 5 gunshots. Rapid, brutal, final. Ian's exhale, wet, struggling, silence. No commands before shots, no warnings, no stop or freeze or police. Just music. Confusion. Death. The crowd goes silent. Someone sobs. A woman covers her mouth. Kate's legs give out. She sits hard on the ground. Grant's hands grip the laptop edge, knuckles white. Officers claim they gave 5 verbal commands, that Ian refused to comply, that he reached for something threatening. He looks up, meets the eyes recording him. The audio proves they lied. Roy opens another file. Spreadsheet, data, numbers that tell stories. Pattern analysis, I compiled it over 18 months. Public records, news reports, internal documents. The spreadsheet shows police shootings, 5 years, asterisk. Total incidents, 12 asterisk, fatal, 8 asterisk race of victims, 9 black, 2 Latino, 1 white asterisk officers disciplined, 0 asterisk, cases ruled justified, 12 asterisk independent investigations, 0 comparative white suspects, asterisk, similar situations, 23 asterisk, use of force, 2 asterisk shootings, 0. If you're black in this city, you're 9 times more likely to have force used. Infinitely more likely to be shot, someone in the crowd shouts. Where are the officers? They should see this. Kate pulls out printed text messages, hands shaking. These were subpoenaed from Hobbs's phone, 3 days after Ian died. She reads aloud, voice breaking. Hobbs to colleague, should have stopped running, with shrugging emoji. Reply, play stupid games. Hobbs, Captain says we're clear. Story holds up. Reply, good. Drinks tonight? The crowd erupts, anger, disgust. Kate continues. Supervisor email 5 days after shooting. All officers involved. Narrative needs to stay consistent. No deviations. We back our own. This goes away if we stay united. They coordinated the cover-up at supervisor level. Made us all lie. Eve steps forward. My article includes 3 other officers, all pressured to back false narratives, threatened with retaliation for truth. Roy opens another file. Video compilation. This morning, body cam footage. 4 officers. Split screen, 4 angles, Grant walking, calm, hands visible, Warren approaching, hand on gun, aggressive. Torres hesitating, audio clear. Warren, sir, stop right there. Grant, good morning, officers, is there a problem? Warren, what are you doing here? Grant, walking to the police station, I have documents to file. Warren, I need ID. Grant, my wallet is in my back pocket, I'm reaching for it slowly. Warren, keep your hands where I can see them. Grant freezes. Torres, Jake, he's complying. Warren, on the ground now. The tackle, brutal. Grant's face hitting concrete, envelope exploding, then Hobbs arriving. Camera catches his face. The moment he sees papers, the defendant list. His name, color draining, hands shaking, eyes wide. Vega's question, Hobbs, you know this guy? Hobbs lie, no, never seen him. But video shows everything his words deny. Recognition, fear, guilt. The crowd watches in silence, recording the laptop. Recording Grant's face, recording Kate crying, recording everything. Video ends. Roy closes the laptop. That's not everything, but it's enough. A car pulls up. Black sedan, federal plates. 2 people step out. Dark suits, FBI badges. The crowd parts. The senior agent walks to Grant. 50 years old, gray hair, hard eyes. General Price, Special Agent Marcus Hunt. FBI Civil Rights Division. Grant stands. Agent Hunt. We've been monitoring your case 6 months, waiting for you to file. As of this morning, we're opening formal investigation into this department. He pulls out a document. DOJ seal. Pattern or practice investigation. We'll examine 5 years of police conduct. Use of force, shooting investigations, disciplinary procedures, everything. Chief Cole's SUV screeches up. She sees FBI agents, the crowd, Grant with the laptop. Her face goes white. Hunt walks to her, hands her the document. Chief Cole, you're served. Federal investigation. Preserve all records, all body cam footage, all files, no destruction, no retaliation against witnesses. Any interference means federal obstruction charges. Cole reads. Her hands shake. We haven't been given a chance to... You've had 2 years. You cleared officers who committed crimes. You buried evidence. You threatened witnesses. Hunt gestures to Kate. Officer Miles provided testimony about systematic intimidation, pattern and practice of cover-up. A second agent approaches Kate. Officer Miles, come with us. Protective detail, you'll be safe. Kate nods, relief flooding her face. Warren's car pulls up. He steps out, sees the crowd, FBI, laptop. What's going on? Hunt turns. Officer Jake Warren, we have video of you assaulting General Price. Federal charges being considered. Deprivation of rights under color of law. 10 years if convicted. Warren's face reddens. I was responding to a call. He was a 64-year-old man filing a lawsuit. On video, he complied with every command until you tackled him. You violated his civil rights while he exercised constitutional rights. That's federal crime. Hobbs' car is last to arrive. He steps out slowly, like walking to execution. Grant sees him. Their eyes meet. The crowd goes silent. Grant picks up Ian's photo, the one Warren stepped on, crushed, torn. He holds it up so Hobbs can see. You shot my son, 5 times. While he was listening to music, while he couldn't hear your commands. You killed an unarmed soldier, then lied about it. Hobbs opens his mouth. Nothing comes out. The audio proves you lied. The witnesses prove you lied. Your own text messages prove you celebrated after... Grant steps forward. You destroyed my family. My wife died from grief. My son is in the ground, and you walk around like nothing happened. Hunt steps between them. General, step back. Grant doesn't move. Officer Hobbs is named in my lawsuit. I want him to know. I spent 2 years building this case, every document, every witness, every piece of evidence. You're not walking away this time. Hunt looks at Hobbs. Officer Trent Hobbs, you're under investigation for civil rights violations related to Ian Price's death. Don't leave the jurisdiction. Don't destroy evidence. We'll be in touch. Hobbs' legs buckle. He grabs his car for support. Cole watches her department implode, live, on camera. 60 phones recording. Max Stone arrives, sees FBI, sees the document. His face goes gray. Diane, don't say anything. It's over, isn't it? Stone doesn't answer. Grant's phone buzzes. Text from courthouse. Your filing has been received and docketed. Case number assigned. Grant reads it twice. 2 years of work, 320 pages. Now officially federal case. He looks at the crowd. At Kate, Roy, Eve, FBI agents. His son's crumpled photo. It's done. Ian, it's done. The crowd erupts, cheering, applause, some crying. Grant doesn't celebrate, just stands there, exhausted, victorious, broken, whole. Justice isn't sweet. It's bitter and hard-won and too late. But it comes. Within 2 hours, the dominoes fall. Officer Jake Warren, suspended without pay. Criminal investigation opened. Officer Trent Hobbs, suspended without pay. Civil rights violations, federal indictment coming. Chief Diane Cole, administrative leave. Mayor calls emergency meeting. FBI seizes department records, body cameras, personnel files, everything. The machinery of justice moves with brutal efficiency. Grant walks into the federal courthouse at 11:30. Filing office on 2nd floor. Quiet. Professional. He hands over his envelope. 120 pages. All that survived. The clerk takes it, types, stamps, assigns case number. Your filing is complete, General Price. Grant nods. 2 years of work. Finally official. Outside, the crowd waits. 200 people now. News vans, reporters, cameras. Grant looks at them, at cameras, at people who witnessed. My name is Grant Price, retired general, father, widower. This morning I came to file a lawsuit for my son, Ian Price, killed by Officer Trent Hobbs 2 years ago. Ian was unarmed, jogging, listening to music. He never heard commands officers claim they gave. The audio proves that. He pauses. This morning I was assaulted by the same department that killed my son, tackled, zip-tied, face pressed to concrete while exercising my constitutional right. His voice stays level. But I'm still here. I filed my lawsuit. FBI is investigating. The truth is coming out. A reporter shouts. What do you want to happen? Accountability. Through the legal system. Not revenge. Reform. A system where no other father fights 2 years for justice. Where no mother dies from grief because her son was killed and nobody cared. Another reporter. Do you think you'll win? I've already won. Truth is public, evidence preserved. Cover-up exposed. My son's name is cleared. That's all I wanted. He walks away. The crowd parts. Roy Drake follows, still filming. 48 hours later, Memorial Park fills with 800 people. A vigil for Ian Price, veterans in uniform, community members, families who lost loved ones to police violence. Ian's photo enlarged on screen. Army Ranger, 28 years old, smiling, candles, flowers, signs, Grant speaks, voice breaks. My son served his country with honor. 3 tours saved lives, came home, and his country failed to protect him. I filed this lawsuit so no other father stands at his son's grave wondering why the system he defended couldn't defend him. Ian's voice from his final moments told us the truth. Now we listen. Silence. Many crying. This isn't just about Ian. It's about every person who suffered injustice and was told to be quiet. Every witness threatened into silence. Those days are ending. We refuse to be silent. Standing ovation. Long. Emotional. Kate Miles files official whistleblower complaint 3 days later. 2 years of forced silence. Threats. Retaliation culture. FBI guards her home. She receives death threats. 3 other officers come forward after Kate. Their own stories. The dam breaks. Officer Beth Torres submits formal statement supporting Kate. Describes department culture of protect the badge over justice. Their bravery sparks change. Slow, painful, real. 3 months later, the settlement comes. $8.5 million to Ian Price's estate. But Grant demanded more than money. Demanded reforms. Federal consent decree. DOJ oversight for 5 years. Independent review board for all use of force incidents. Mandatory body cam release within 48 hours. Ban on hiring officers with excessive force histories. Community Oversight Committee with subpoena power. Annual implicit bias audits. Ian Price Memorial Scholarship for Children of Fallen Service Members. Chief Cole retires, no pension. Max Stone disbarred. Trent Hobbs federally indicted. 3 counts, trial pending. Jake Warren charged with assault under color of law. The department bleeds officers. 8 resign, 12 under investigation. Grant stands at Ian's grave, small headstone, military markers, American flag. He places something new, 4-star general insignia. His own, earned over 32 years. You rest now, son. I'll keep fighting. Wind moves through trees. Spring morning, birds singing. His phone buzzes. Text from Scholarship Committee. First recipient selected. Young black woman, daughter of Iraq War veteran, wants to become a doctor. Grant smiles. First time in 2 years. Justice delayed. Justice painful. Justice incomplete. But justice nonetheless. A car pulls up. Kate Miles steps out. Civilian clothes now, no longer on force. Working with FBI on police reform. She walks to Grant, stands beside him. I come here every week, Kate says quietly. To apologize, to remember. Grant nods. He'd forgive you. I don't deserve forgiveness. None of us do. We just try to earn it. They stand in silence. 2 people bound by tragedy, by truth, by the choice to stop running from what they knew was wrong. Roy Drake's car is parked at cemetery entrance. He doesn't film this moment. Some things are private. But he's here, watching, making sure Grant is never alone. Eve Reed publishes follow-up article. 6 months after the assault, updates on reforms, officers facing trial, scholarship recipients. Headline, One father's fight changed a system, but the work isn't over. She's right. Justice is not a destination. It's constant struggle, daily choice, refusal to accept things as they are. Grant turns from the grave. Kate walks with him. You speaking at Police Academy next week? New recruit orientation? I am. What will you tell them? That the badge is responsibility, not a shield. That courage means standing up even when it costs everything. That my son died because officers forgot they serve the people, not themselves. They need to hear that. They need to live it. Grant gets in his car, drives away from cemetery, past Memorial Park where it happened, past the police station. The city looks different now, not because buildings changed, Because truth changed. Because silence broke. Because one father refused to let his son's death be erased. Behind him, Ian's headstone catches light. Captain Ian Price, U.S. Army Ranger, beloved son, his voice still speaks. And it does. In every reform, every training, every officer who thinks twice, every body camera that can't be turned off, every review board with community voices. Ian's voice still speaks. Grant drives home. Small house, working-class neighborhood, where this journey started. Tomorrow he testifies at Hobbs's trial, key witness, the father who refused to stay quiet. Tonight he rests. Justice isn't finished. The fight continues. But for one night, Grant Price sleeps. And he doesn't dream of death. He dreams of his son running, free, alive, music in his ears, smile on his face, the way he was before, the way he'll always be in Grant's heart.